morning. Today na Wednesday, the 5th day inside November 2025. And also they welcome you to the program Morning Coffee with the meet you live na SLBC FM 99.10 na Freetown. Morning Coffee and the program they give to you all that thing them where they happen all about inside saloon. Where they bring on the program today, my name na Ibrahim Samoa and the journal for the program with me company.
Mina Salmataba, good morning. We sense what it is a big man of us. You don't watch Tete pigeon pot to win a fire where in no say na in get for it day inside the program today. 9 civil society organizations inside the country inside one press release on call on political parties then for safeguard the neutrality of the security sector and uphold democracy ahead of the 2028 elections. We will talk to APC and SLPP on this. Police don't continue for raid and arrest people where they say get armed and they push business. All in story and more, plus the message you will send to 034 333 and 034 444. To talk sports, all in at the program this morning.
For first story this morning, we will go inside Kailaun district. As way for men them go fetch for pull the kush and other drug them na the country, particularly like it don't they spread among people the more the kush, the saloon police like Kailaun division don't arrest and charge about 8 people them inside and get 2 police officers them where they arrest Tuesday, November 4. This then say they arrest them with substance and with them suspect for big kush and jamba. According to the local unit commander superintendent Temo BCC, the 2 officers them be hold them where maybe they do their operation inside Kailang. Now some of the areas them where they know saying now then they sell then drugs them yaso and safe then say the all the other one them to the raid them when they do this behind them. Well, for talk more on the arrest yaso, me company Momo Sise be go me the local unit commander Temu BCC now where they in charge of the Kailang Police Division and explain more about the arrest.
Yes, of course, this fight, now fight we don't do before this time. Only that people you know they try for listing or they know they try for grade for stock for deal with the particular drugs there. Recently, the president of the Republic of Sierra Leone, retired Brigadier Dr. Julius Marabio, make a statement for say kush business is enough for the country because we youth then they die, people in the suffer. So he tax we Inspector General of Police, when the command we all through we regional commanders there. He tax we all the LECs them for say who for stand up and conduct raids every day, everywhere outside. Who get intelligence say that they deal with kush and other narcotic drugs. So that make we self as a division we don't stand tall for let we actually carry on the instructions where we commanders they give we.
So we don't get anybody on book to this one?
Yes, of course we don't get but we don't conduct several raids. We don't conduct several raids na the Kailaun Township, we don't conduct raids na the Pendebu, when are the upper Bambara Childom. Then we intend for conduct raids everywhere, every section we try for conduct raids. Na Pendebu will be able to arrest 10 people with the exhibit. We get exhibit of cannabis sativa, marijuana, jamba. We also get exhibit with kush. So then 10 people and they will come, we sort them out. The 2 we see them say they'll not be arrested with exhibit. So then we grant them bail. For the 8, we charge them go court. So we charge them go court, then they court, then they start go trials. Then we not happy, we also grab last weekend we tried for conduct raids na the Kailaun Township, but we been get some difficulties anyway, so we hang am. This morning I grab as a commander we then don't tax commanders and don't tax the regional commander don't tax me. So me self grab this morning I say well I for take me man them, then we go out. I go with me man them out, they go and get side outside in this cell, then they deal with 10 here for law we arrest people and debar this particular menace. So as we dey do am, we go meet up, we go na one side outside say na Panguma section na the Kalau township. I don go arrest 3 people. We meet them inside a room, a house like fiber like just one room in the parlor. We meet them, they deal with them, they smoke the cannabis sativa and they smoke kush. So we get for effect. And Mr. Self appear them before they get for effect arrest. I effect this arrest. After we don arrest, na I can't notice, I can't discover say 2 police officers then they be the one na criminal investigation department they work when I in a way communication man. Then the other one na the intelligence integrated service when IIS na in the work, na they the work. So all along we be the harbor pandemania I say they for give you information, give you intelligence as to how say we nab then people that will deal with kush, but now the contrary then they go. So this morning God come up in there. We say go arrest or arrest them all, we arrest them with exhibit. So bring them come, then they hand them over to the criminal investigations department for further investigations. And I don't do that day, I don't inform me immediate supervisor who are the regional commander east. And himself don't give me some instructions where I did carry out. So as it is now for now, at the situation this and we plan for effect more raids this evening and table until we get satisfaction say yes, push down at this particular area where na me area of command.
This is not the first time LUC for get some police officers on board on this kind of situation.
Well, for me, from where I come at this division, and before send this for arrest police officers there. But other divisions back with the they arrest police officers there. But before ever the effect arrest there, not of us in pinpoint to the pinot, neither we do and deliberate. We don't advise them on parades. I advise them as a father of the division. I talk to them, I tell them, see, what you do, police officer, not for engage himself, but then can't hear. If you, now you then bring, now you get the mandate for let arrest people away, they go against the laws, then you, they go be part of it. Would they go on meetings then, now always, now that then they accuse we, say, police officer, and they partake, police officer, and then they get tools. So how they get the information, and then that's why they come and parade and they advise and they talk to them, they even talk for let them stop. We read a radio programs then they accuse police, say police then and they then say they take them. So we don't confuse really then in the sense as if I don't want let policeman involved. Like advise and parade, advise them. Even to yesterday, even to the day before yesterday, we try for go conduct some raids on site. By the time we remember, by the time we reach the will not meet nobody. In fact, we already put another talk. Police account, how they manage no. Who don't know. So yesterday morning tell me ask one affects I say but this is a betrayal. I say it's like we get some elements in our group we actually divulge. So myself at Mapna Parade I swear to God I say anybody where any policeman where in independent here where they try for give me problem, where they try for a debar we own work, we own job. I say let God expose them. And so as it be, God answer the prayers. This morning I just grab a call me support officer, take some job man there, I say, Lord, go at the street. Go get this kind of arrest. So now wait here with the advisor will not agree and don't lead to this for let themselves well into the net. And myself I get for pursue there, they send them go to me boss, let me boss go, then say then they investigate them as police officers. May they investigate them. Why?
That's not the LUC for Kailan division where in LUC Timobi say they talk to Momo Sise for Sekaway, he said they don't do 8 arrests including 2 police officers. Then still with the aspect of the massive raid and arrest with police, they are not going inside Kenema for see how they arrest and carry on. Those as a family more about deal with the Musa they go read and arrest a lot of people them and talk to Sub Inspector Brahma James Musa when I had the police inside this interview.
Not to only Kenema City be Kenema District, not to only Kenema City be Eastern Region. We don't also ensure, say, whatever way they happen at Kenema Division, across the other 7 divisions also replicate the same or copy the same. Conduct raids like how I mentioned, say it happen at Kenema Division, and also arrest and demolish them places the way people they sit down for sale drug. So it's not only limited to Kenema City or Kenema Division, but it's a regional issue. We don't deserve for get special support before we go into actions like this. This falls within our mandate, and it don't become a national issue. And we for ensure say we do them because we are police officers and we serve for that purpose.
If you forgive me any figure, what really they call for now? Since we don't start this effort, you say they go down there in the police net, or what is so far not do with them?
Normally, we police arrest now for 2 things. 1, for investigate. After we don't investigate, we charge to court. But during the process of investigation, a lot of things can happen. Now I make investigation not to an event, now a process. Una go dey pana, reason go dey for me, una want somebody. Una go dey pana because una not get the required evidence. Una go say no, we want this person. But what's important is that a huge amount of people who can always arrest will get connection with drug, more especially the one that when they in possession, would always charge them. In fact, the one that we would arrest now with large quantity, we don't send them a Freetown, now Tokyo office, so that then drugs that will be actually analyzed and an appropriate charge will be preferred against them.
What do you go tell me about the marriage between the police and the military for COP this year out of the communities? How you rate this move here?
This move not just for level satisfy collaboration and cooperation. Yeah, we all form part of the security sector on a saloon. The Australian police and that of the military. So in a critical situation like this is not to the first time we don't see the military don't come on board. In a critical national situation like this, we can always say the military, the partner with we, so that we will get a result we go resemble the status within ourselves.
And what you expect from the community people themselves in such move for get peace now communities here concerning Kush?
We don't always talk about, and the message is just the same and very simple. Now that their communities, them way people then they exist, now this issue of drug, they germinate, now they grow. So therefore, if we for ensure, say we community free, we youth them free, we pick them free from this issue of drug abuse. I think say every community member gets a role for play in backyard, before in us or even within the area where if you see say somebody they way they do that kind of thing they for save that community, I think a responsibility now for inform the police about it and also follow up for no say police take action. You give information to police, also they be because the police must be accountable for if actions what they do. Let also they be let's say yeah, this information why I give this policeman it do as per waiting at the expect for like you do, not to just for pass the information. So now this largely are the expect from members of the public, Kenema community, Eastern region as a whole.
They move on and most people don't they make effort for themselves do. I wonder if organization or the one that don't team up with una for una and so say what they fight for una for succeed.
Other organizations and offices get the mandate for execute security except it's been approved by law.
That na Sub-Inspector Mama James Musa they talk to Safabi more about and they on massive operation inside Kenema. We still with Koshi to go now inside Port Local.
Inside Port Local district, the lead for the health emergency on drugs, where na Professor Fodesa don't go work in Port Local district. We go look how they go about the fight inside the Kush. Inside the Waka, if we go visit the Palamba Rehabilitation Home, the new Mafoki community inside Mafoki Chiefdom Port Local district. Inside in visit, Professor Sa be say a glady with the kind of progress we see they don't make na the facility for help they want them with already there by the Kush business. It's a thank you to the management and staff of the rehab home and self a commit say it go help for make it go recover young people especially when they rape and drugs business. Well, he talk more to me company Abubakar Kanu inside this interview here so.
The past years, we raised that concern, we called stakeholders meeting, all the parliament chief, including the IG, the police. We get all these chief, what did the chief will call them 2 months of good ship. From that time to this bend time, it look better. But this bend time back, you don't grab back. When the police will put their foot down, that time you don't okay. But now you don't grab back fresh. Mimi you worry na kabatana by my
We want to apologize for that. We will send you gonna the right insert and we will go and we will look at the issue them back so far.
Okay,
Maybe we can
continue
discuss.
the program on coffee with the mission SLBC. We're going to look at how we get that insert today. This morning, we want to welcome the spokesperson for the Women Salon People's Party, when I'm Mr. Moses Mambu. Good morning, welcome to the program.
Thank you very much and good morning for having me.
Okay, I also get Honorable Abdul Karim Kamawen at the week for the opposition at Parliament. Good morning, Honorable. Welcome to the program, sir.
Good morning, people of Sierra Leone.
Okay, so we get to know this morning in relation to a recent CSOs, 9 CSOs, signatories to a press release where they issue. They call, waiting and tag the safeguarding of neutrality of the security sector and how political parties then will uphold democracy in the ahead of the 2028 election. So specifically, we zoom into APC and SLPP this morning. Few of the issues that they raise are about the alternances of members or supporters or key stakeholders within the both political parties. For example, the press release referenced the chairman for the SLPP. The press release also mentioned the aspects of Honorable AKK between about how people, they make statements in the public. In the first place, as SLPP, Mr. Mambu, how una go ensure because within CSOs here they say now how una's political parties for safeguard the neutrality of security forces and uphold democracy ahead of the 2028 elections.
Thank you very much. For we know the SLPP, we believe say for uphold democracy, the security forces get a very important role for play as a very critical sector in the development of the country. So for we know SLPP, we believe say the neutrality of the security forces will always be a must, not to something negotiable. It's rather unfortunate we will get for say what we be getting handing over people including civil society and other political parties that we get for take the statement of the chairman out of context. Because for me, the peace of this country also, the SLPP don't play a pivotal role since time immemorial. Since the war, till the war done, SLPP don't play a pivotal role. And for make this country continue for be peaceful and make we all live cohesively, we take a very personal. Because we believe that irrespective you be gain, you support gain today or you support red today, the country a big pass we all. And most times we thinking divide we in this country now way politics then outside politics, we all are the same people. You go across this country, we are very cosmopolitan. You see SLPP people that they live outside APC people, then they APC people that they plenty outside SLPP people that they. So we all the interrelate. However, as more guarantors, we in a civil society, interreligious council, waiting with the SLPP tell because I commented on the yesterday at Truth Media. We are telling them say you get for us a CSO when I get for be reactive, when I get for be proactive, not reactive. When I know the way another person do something, then when I try for react. For example, before even with chairman Sergeant Batilo Songa, we are still maintain the statement what he make, they take out of context. Because when he say he puts together the army, this is an army of SLPP. So you talk about within the context of the party, not outside the context of bringing in the army or police. We always, we don't put APC in power without to not use army and police at all. 2018, way before that. So we don't need the army and police to keep APC in our position. We don't need that. But people are taken out of context. And we come back now, though, we clarify and say, no, not to that day we may know. We don't mean say we call the army or the police for Kansai. No. It means say we put together the army of SLPP from stakeholders to grassroots to support groups them across the country.
For many civil society organizations, the pronouncement we make so now and with the statement we then get we prompt this press statement to them also different from what you mentioned.
No, it's not different. Now make us a responsible political party where people misconstrue waiting we say. We come on and do and clarify. What's in the public need? Now clarification. So if we say something, somebody say, why this person they say this? Then you come on and do, the onus rests on you for come out and do and make clarification. So as a national PRO, I came out and made clarification. Say, when the chairman said, we put together the army of the SLPP, and not mean say na the Sierra Leone military.
Well, not use, but when you say the army,
of course,
you not tie and to, you not be say the army of SLPP.
No,
so they use the army.
Then you follow the statement. Now
what you follow the statement?
It say army. So we use the SLPP army. Army force. It say the military. We use the SLPP army. So now continuous statement now in use. But what's important? Now decide what he use that. Now a political guard. What he was doing now for wake up and energize the base. That's all he was doing. But the most important thing we civil society therefore take solace in, where we do, where we colleagues them from the other side, no ever do, or even civil society, no ever hold them accountable. Because before even start Jimmy Bati no longer, they make that statement. Honorable AKK are they on record? Don't call for war if the 2028 election not go like how the 2023 in the estimation, go like how the 2023 election go, because we don't know in the estimation how the 2023 election go. You understand? There will be war in this country. One day, civil society not come on and condemn that statement. They only come on and do when Sir Jimmy Bati Songa chairman make that statement. So in order for cover the back, then they bring in now.
So nothing like them in bias.
Of course, because when the iron one hit them, if you want to take we on, where APC do one, hit them right there from that moment. Pull press release, target them. When we feel say we do one na SLPP, pull press release, target we, hit we. We value democracy. Now make even when APC pull press release, when civil society pull press release, we come on and do and clarify. Because I think say at that point I can what it then need. Now for make we come back as a party and clarify what we really mean. And we don't come on and do, we don't clarify what we really mean.
But
we
again,
don't clarify clearly
but
to
again,
the public
again,
that this what you perceive is not what we meant. This is what we meant by the statement where the chairman made.
But Moses,
so we honor
Moses
as a political party
Moses
for clarify so that we'll put the tension where people can really be the perceived say, now we political party we made, so that that tension may go candle. Let me tell you,
yes, Moses, before that said, on other sister programs that are done at the other sister radio station televisions, already concerned from the public, especially when Moses Mambu, the likes of the AKK and other APC communication wing, and also with other people in the SLPP, enter on and meet up on programs. The public concerned because the utterances of our statements, most of the time, they can
for example,
for instance, when they accuse on herself of this will say Nadia Riogo, this will say, well, if this election for no winner, this will be. So people and they also the concern will before this release.
Okay, look at the Moses Mambo, for example, when are the publicity sector for the SLP. My statement, my public utterances have always been guided. I'm a professional, and I feel highly educated, and I know me a person will play role in the peace of this country. It's when we get NCDDR, I play role. My brother, one mama, one papa, they cut in hand during the war. They American now. Now he call me the end. So personally, from family level, I owe the peace of this country so dear to my heart because my family suffer the consequences as a result of the war we get in this country directly. So now, I saw it.
Now,
so for me, for protecting the peace of this country, personal, not only to me, but to the SLPP. Look, for example, the leader who get today, when I'm President Bio. President Bio, at a young age, joined the army. And when he joined the military, now you take an oath for protect the sovereignty of the country. Meaning, you don't sign your life away. He did that. President Bio did that. In 1996, when they came in the 90s, they overthrew because of bad governance. In 1996, after 4 years, when in colleagues, they agreed, say they for fight for end the war and bring peace back. In colleagues, they want to be, they stage a palace school. He take up the power again. And not say during those days, then Blaise Compaoré in Burkina Faso, they really talk to her for hold on to the power. But the leader who gets today, when the president of Salon, he believes in the will of the people. He believes that any national discourse, the people for take the center stage. Now he make it carry the country go to Bintumani. And in Bintumani, and ask the people, what do you want? I get this power now. What do you want? The people said, we want election now. After election, we'll go for peace. And not pull uniform. We don't see who say military officer that they take power. When they conduct election, they pull the uniform, they resign from the army, then they wear civilian clothes, they contest that same election day. But we don't see President Biyo do that day at all. A day he conducts that election, the UN sent James Jonah for come conduct the election. He conducted the election. After the election, when they declare the winner, they hand over the power peacefully and left the country.
And Mambu, no, Mambu, I want to ensure now how the SLPP as a political party. So you somebody they talk for the SLPP, you to ensure say when I maintain the peace. As for example, when I refrain, when I pull the security sector because you're not a peace broker, or able kick is not a peace broker. When I know how expensive is peace. Peace is the foundation for democracy. But the security sector gets a big role for play when it comes to ensuring peace and democracy. All of them are not being be like an early warning sign in bringing them into the political field. All that will ensure say that's not happen. Now, more consider the hard won peace of this country.
You were the interview me so this morning. Me and you na A students na peace class na for Abe College. Between me and you, not to Sosa. Me and you two don't sit down a class na for Abe College. And me and you na A students. Not to so na peace and conflict studies department. Even though we know they make noise for that day. So you know the trainings and what we get in terms of conflict resolution and managing conflicts. You understand? Not to so. So for we, na the SLPP, we don't play role for let the peace of this country dey outside the day. When we take power in 1996, the SLPP, now they made a war. War be there, we fight the war. We know the consequences where we go, including Oshebu with power. A democratically elected government for the sake of peace in this country, they get for share in power with rebel as part of the peace agreement, just for a peace day. So SLPP is a political party where can go to the lowest minimum in this country for make sure say we get peace inside salon. Okay, we don't do it before, and we will continue for doing, okay. And we will continue for assure the public. When APC, we are not enemies. Go to parliament, for example. We say honorable AKK, let you see an speaker in office, clerk in office, in other political party MPs from the SLPP side. How they interrelate, how they do the oversight committee work. You understand? How they fight for all sectors accountable. Bring the camp together.
But the public is over excited over the issues. That means that can use them what they.
No, well, for me, like for me, now the SLPP, what made them call me the Ariobo. The Mambu way they see this morning, the way they articulate and lay out the issue then, it different from Mambu at starting point. Okay, because for we, I cannot just land on this point, please. For me, I believe still because APC can describe the SLPP say they're very diplomatic. That Bukman and did it. So they not sabi talk the language where we talk. So sometimes we can talk the language where they talk for sure they say this language where they talk, not to una no more sabi amo. And the SLPP where they so today, not to the president about SLPP. This is the different speech of SLPP where they
in what sense?
In the sense that anything where they throw at we can throw them back at the tenfold.
Okay, continue for the continue for the program. Mr. Mambu, the cannot honorable AKK. Honorable, the same question was to Mr. Mambu as to CSOs. Then they called for safeguarding of the neutrality of the security sector and how political parties then will uphold Democrat side of the 2028 election. You specifically, they mentioned you now that press release along with the SLPP chairman as to some of the statements then we they make and how the statement is not good for the peace and stability of this country. As an individual and political party, how now also look into some of them concerns here with CSOs them like with somebody they draw on it.
Thank you very much. I think there is some amount of serious national concern, and it obliged me as a person and political parties and key stakeholders to our democracy for pay key attention to Sierra Leone in the week and in the months and in the years to come, considering major events within Africa, whether not Tanzania, whether not Kenya, whether not Uganda, and the close Sahara Ivory Coast within the Mano River Union, the tension and the I don't say this and this here, post-election violence is rife now in Africa because people wey sit down on that power can think say they get the ultimate authority for use everything possible for staying in power. First of all, the institution that we come together for write that press release, I owe them so much respect, and I think they are doing their duty as Sierra Leoneans and also as organization. But I only feel a bit. I find it very difficult to understand what they say, and also the message when the media don't try to push out, and what I said is completely two different things. Okay, and I stand by what I say yesterday, and I'll say it today, and I'll say it tomorrow, and I'll say it every other day.
So as a form of recall, what you been saying
then? I let that side, and I think that's will have been the position with the CSO they don't take before even then do the press release, because you engage people. Maybe I'll say something and you get amount of context. You engage me and get what I actually say. On that fateful day, I was dealing with the issue we have to do with the tripartite recommendations and how the chief minister said they don't achieve almost 80% of them. So I was saying they were cherry picking within SLPP things they want way important to them, because even the composition of the tripartite committee, not only about 3 people in with the APC. So the majority of the people we them pick for implementing the tripartite, we for be concerned to the civil society organizations, where I trust them for don't do maybe even a 40-page press release on that, because that is for now where the peace and stability of this country is. The peace and stability of this country is not in our utterances. The peace and stability of this country is in the full implementation of the tripartite. Not forget, the tripartite is now a combination of all waiting to happen since 1996. Now we sit down as political parties, analyze the issues and they say now we get problem, now we get problem, now we get problem, now in come up to the 9 and the 18 recommendations. Therefore, if we're implementing those 80 recommendations and we're just cherry picking, now wait till SLP thinks they want to discuss, now they come up. Wait till SLP thinks now they want to discuss, now they come up. In that recommendation, you get issues we talk about the appointment of the electoral commissioners. How for appoint the justice in the justice sector. How for do appoint security heads. Their issues and they were important to the peace of this nation and to the next election calendar has not been addressed. As we see also, SLP still never appoint electoral commissioners. And I have not seen any press release from the CSOs. Not the one we come together to provide this. This is a concern. So I am saying, ahead of 2028 elections, as a nation, we need to put premium on the 80 recommendations of the tripartite and how we will ensure say their recommendations and they are fully followed. Take for example, 78 of the tripartite. We talk about the electoral system what they for do. He say we for come together and get sensitization, get town hall meetings, engage the people. That was an SLPP show. Go look at how I went all over this country alone as a political party under the guise of SLPP and bring out recommendations. Even when the powerman chiefs and other stakeholders then come out with the recommendations, say, as far as I'm concerned, with the consultations we they do with them people then, the people that want first past the post. In fact, at the peak of when we get that conversation and the recommendations from the powerman chief, the president say, if I only talk about PR at parliamentary level, now they move PR further to the executive. We don't listen continuously the rhetorics, the statement from the SLPP. Come on, how can you conduct an election as incumbent president 3 years ahead of the elections? You say, I know they hand over power to APC as opposition. Over my dead body for hand over power to APC. So we started calling moral guarantors to our democracy, say, the way they see these elections they go, the way we see the utterances of the SLPP, if what happened in 2023 happen, we are going to resist that. Let me tell you what happened in 2023. Maybe people don't forget.
So with that kind of statement, what be careful mean?
You know, there are two different things of calling.
Because you say they miss the context where they use that. So on which context will they use? Because
I am calling on the context of early warning in which I am signaling the bell say we need for pay attention as citizens first to the fully implementation of the tripartite and not the cherry picking of the tripartite recommendations. That's one. Secondly, for also imagine say some of the things that happened in 2023. Let me come to that one. I think that is very important for we listeners. Then. One, in 2023 elections, after all the registration we don't do, 250,000 people were cut off the register from the Northwest. We went all around this country. We spoke every language and we wrote every press release. Nobody was reinstated. No excuse was given. No statements was made. Secondly, we come at the date of even the election date. Like Usami Bide na Grassfield. Pulling materials na Grassfield constituency 118 at the time. No go they take up to 1 o'clock p.m. If I then give election material, election box, then they carry the box, the cover no day. So area they got material ink no day. And this is systematic in our areas considered to be our strongholds. In areas in the southeast, we party agents them. Days before the election, them born party office na Mambu. Days before election, people when are party agents who we submit for being party agents that the southeast were traced in their houses and were beaten and killed. It is simple. We don't love the peace of this country. We do. We know Alex alone peaceful. We don't exist if Salon is not peaceful. But we are saying, if some of them thing in there, what they local, they can count. Even the NEC officer, where be there with we, now the regional NEC officer, when they announce 60%, we ask and say, where is this result coming from? I'm not saying no result in the head office. So imagine, wouldn't they in 30 minutes the count can be a result? See, can be a result now this don't come. We not even begin check can be a result it. They pronounce 60% of the total result. How? And the truth about it is the laws, the election laws will pass in 2022. We are very clear on how you collect results. You collect results at the world level, they certify them. You come at the constituency level, they certify them. You come at the district level, they certify them. Then you send them now what you they certify at the district level, now you they send to the regional level. Was that done? No.
So you know use in that moment the way you say resist, use the word war?
No. When I use the word, say the 2028 election, get the tendency. You know, it's just like you not come round, you get the in a house. Then they play with gas lighter. Then they go, you open the gas. When all in a house, you understand? Then the party say, hey, if you not keep this gas lighter from this speaking, it get the tendency for burn this also. Is the father saying the picking don't burn the house, or the picking get for burn the house? He's saying take precaution as a mother. So what will we expect? What will we expect the civil society space for do is we are bringing up issues where of concern to them as media practitioners, to the president who is also the chairman of ECOWAS. We are also bringing it to the attention of civil society organization, saying, hey, look at the current trend in the sub-region. Look at the current trend in Africa, where election pronouncements of results don't lead to chaos. And then we do everything within the limits of the law for ensure, say, we address the issues then where we don't raise. As a nation, the tripartite was not an APC agreement. The tripartite was an agreement in which both political parties come together and say, no, we get issued 1996. No, we said we get issued 2012. No, we get to issue 2018. We get issued 2023. All their recommendations they come in. If anybody like Salome, be you an international player, be you a CL union, be you a local observer, be you a media practitioner, I think we've all through we wait behind the tripartite committee for ensure we do the full implementation of the tripartite.
Okay, just after the chairman of SLPP make that statement, they will say press release someone that on concern and all that today. But what Mr. Mambu they say in fact the whole thing that like people take out of the maybe they refer to the army of Union political.
You know, it's interesting. We I think I said this to Mambu one of them days here. Let's don't play with the intelligence of cell units. We are blessed as politicians to be in this part of the world where even when things they hit up the people, they still believe or smile and pretend as if they don't know. If you listen to Batilo, it was specific, and in that statement, it addressed three sets of people. Maybe if I don't say Mambu has a responsibility for defending political party and for defending chairman. That may a sole job we get. One, when Batilo was addressing the issue of saying in 2018, we no get soldier, we no get police, we no get weapon, we pull APC in power. That was a statement in itself, completely making sense. How does that mean the police and the soldier already talk about na APC na SLP supporters? No, they are not. Secondly, when it address the unity of within the SLPP, for them other BOG people like a Lima and the job for job what they don't do in the past, that was appealing to the president and the SLPP party to reward people who have worked for their party. It make a whole sense in its own. When he begin talk about the various facets of the SLPP party, from the elders to the least people where they call the Kundara boys, that again make a sense in its own. Let me say this. As politicians, sometimes, when we speak in public occasions where we are being teared up, we get the tendency to make statements we cannot control. I know Jimmy Batilo Songa is a decent personality. For all intents and purposes, they've responded and they've almost denied the fact, say, oh, if Nadande talks, but not also will be me now. We accept that one day because in a democracy, just like what the Bible says, can two work together? It's oh, yes, they agree. We want the SLPP understand, say, no political party in power wish to give power to the opponent. But in democracy, that choice is in the hands of the people. Why we are worried is because in 2023, we saw the 3 attacks on our party offices by men in military and police uniforms. So therefore, if the chairman, who was the organizing secretary, when we get the May 30 attack in 2019, is still saying they get control of the police and the military, we are concerned. If the chairman, who was the organizing secretary of the SLPP, when they kill white boy, now we party office, is still making this statement, and the one that will be doing them shooting and they now be the same police men in police uniform and military combat, we are concerned. If the same organizing secretary is now the chairman of the SLPP, when they lead a team on the 2 days after elections, go now with party office and 30 days, we have those bullet marks. And guess what? We will not paint those parts of our party offices because it makes part of our history. Not to be violent, but we want our kids to see how we were brutalized in opposition.
So honorable ensure in all this thing that they do, and according to the release, do not bring down the security sector into a political discussion because the security sector will be an independent institution. We are in there for protect lives and property and then therefore ensure for say no violence happen. Honorable
you know, from 2018 to date, the APC has managed its information and its PR very well. Even when we get situation where we see men in uniform go shoot evangelist Samson and they give excuses all over the place, we did not go after the army or the police. No. We respect their neutrality. Even we get all the 3 attacks on the party office, we did not attack the military. And even in this case, when the SLP chairman mentioned the military and the police, our press release was addressed to the SLPP. You know why? State institutions like the military, the police, the judiciary, us politicians come and go, leadership change, but those institutions stay forever. And it is our firm belief as political parties, politicians, if we don't get powerful politicians in this country, we don't pass go. the SB Maras of those days, they've gone. The military still remain. It is our firm belief that in whatever we do, let we not involve them in politics. Yes, we know they are being appointed by politicians. Yes, we know they are being recruited by shortlistment of political but when they come into the military, let we give the military the sanity where it deserves. Okay. Finally, before I end, let I also say this. As citizens, CSOs, journalists, whatsoever you are, our focus in building a strong democratic tenet of 2028 elections, we will take we off the current trajectory where they happen at the country, now the world. Ivory Coast, Uganda, Tanzania, Kenya, for all these years, let us look at our footprint to lead into the 2028 election. Just like I said, away from political circles, we are friends. We play football together, we do things together. But when it comes to political circle, people must also know what they say. We did not say we are going to bring war. We not say we buy ammunition for lead to war. We not say we defect SLPP. In fact, the sad reality is, none of us have ever said if the result not can we win. As people don't try to make them. We say if the process not credible. This was what President Bill said in 2017. And there was fairness in the elections. So all the APC actually is calling for is fairness in the process of the elections. Who wants war when he wants to take over power? And we are sure we are beating the SLBC hands down. Okay, we come back to Honorable AKK and Mr. Mambu. We'll just speak to talk and few commercial. When they come back, we come to Mr. Mambu.
This na true talk. Family them, una good morning. No. Today, we want to talk about violence, especially violence inside with schools. Them. We got a video where they make the rounds on social media about some school picking them, where they bully them company, and they beat them, and they molest them, and the school picking itself, they cause in your mama, or they talk bad word, but in your mama. This kind of thing where they go on so now with schools them, it shows say people are still there in this country. We're not ready for take advice it. Plenty work they still wait for be done. The school authorities them for continue for they do sober monitoring. Parents them for they do sober monitoring around them picking them. And even the school picking themselves for they make sure say that they take good advice and stay off from violence or stay off from certain groups them, gang or clique, where go and bug their life them for tomorrow bambai. Where they see kush and other kind bad thing plenty so now communities them. Most of them here they come up behind peer pressure where some people them belong to a certain group or certain friends them and then they push themselves from bad lifestyle them. Where it don't begin go so, some person back go think say nothing was sweet. Some back go one for la makata by force. So if serious actions not take place, this kind of thing will begin rampart. Bad one. We call upon the government, especially the police, Ministry of Education, and all the other ministry them we get to do with young people them or picking their welfare in this country. The parents them, even the school itself, for do a serious follow-up on this matter. Some picking when you don't enter upon bad life today, smoke kush, do other kind of thing, and destroy your destiny. Now BMP pressure or the kind of circle we find himself inside. So now force and the force them. Say if you not agree, then go beat them, molest them, and do all kind of thing them. And so then tell them some picky way go school and not they get collapsed. So no fit to say the only way you get protection now pass it join them bad group they are. School picking them. When you go to school, concentrate by your book. Pull your up and click. Pull your up and all them bad group them. When they push you, and thing they will not find. All your book with seriousness. Because tomorrow bye you go to now for be sober person in society. So violence not for the inside school. School picking them, not for love for the bully and company in our school. Let we all enough strong for make sure say we bring sanity in our society and make we get a better Sierra Leone for we all good one. Now the word that.
You got yourself a new phone and you didn't even have the guts to tell me.
Why the phone?
Really?
Yeah, this is yours.
Hey, it's Jesus' phone.
The best in technology.
This phone is superb.
The latest smart models, Q Mobile, Q Smart, and Q Smart Plus.
Finally, Q cell phone then don't come. This will top the market.
Isn't overtaking allowed?
So, go grab your own Q cell's quality and affordable phone with extra battery life from any Q cell customer care or dealer shop and receive the unbelievable package.
For more information, call 111. Terms and conditions apply.
Q cell Saloon Pride.
Finally,
The APRM Second Generation Country Review don't begin. His Excellency President Julius Madabio don't sign the MOU. Now that make the process real. The Minister of Planning and Economic Development, with support from the APRM Continental Secretariat, they lead this national work.
This now a time for reflect, reconnect, and rise together as one Salon people.
The APRM Salon office, they guide this review. We all get chance for look back, waiting we don't do, waiting we don't learn, and waiting we need for change.
Make we listen to one another. Make we build trust. Make we fix the system where we serve all man from city to village.
When we reflect together, we grow together.
Every voice matter. Every story gets power. Make we listen, learn, and lead the APRM way.
Join the talk. Speak bold. Help build salon where go shine for you, for me, and for we picking them where they come. We future go gloom, just like that morning flower.
This message comes out from the APRM National Secretariat Salon.
We dey look for best betting experience. Register with 1xBet today and enjoy. When you register with 1xBet, I say then go give you 200% bonus by your first deposit. And when you complete your registration, side day we then go ask you for put your official promo code. Just put AMS232. 1xBet. Try get on your phone. 1xBet get fine game them like casino game, card game, and they all get sober winning. They get football, basketball, tennis, and boku other one them with live updates. Register with your phone and make sure say you register with valid ID card. And when you done your registration, screenshot them for Bambai. You can withdraw and deposit with Colats, with Orange Money, Afri Money, 1xBet Cash, Mastercard, or Visa Card. 1xBet, they sponsor La Liga, Serie A, League One, Confederation of African Football, and a partnership with FC Cologne. That not done, then get them brand ambassador them like Yemata, the Laughing Matter, Crack Twist and Samza, Robino the comedian, and plenty other one them. 1xBet, play on today, forget you're winning. And not forget to bet responsibly. The office the Lumley Beach Road by Empire Night Club. But if you're not able to reach there, call on a telephone number 076 100 338 or 078 206 171. 1xBet, I'll win you this week.
Promotion. This is good news to all our customers for the festive season. The Sierra Leone Broadcasting Corporation, New England in Freetown, will be giving a discount on all its paid-up programs for the festive season from the 1st of November 2025 to January 2026. Customers will get the best offer ever, so don't miss out. On this opportunity to promote your brand on both radio and television. For inquiries, visit the commercial division of the SLBC, New England Freetown, or call on mobile number 034-835-419. Email slbccommercial1315@gmail.com. SLBC, your voice, my voice.
commander ade dodo chiefdom gwala hydro inside the hydro day na demi day me na farmer before ever I dey go na bush I dey listen morning coffee because morning coffee dem dey educate we dem dey give we plenty news there wey we know dey hearing na we village but then dey give we na make any morning I dey listen and my family all dey listen na me na kini commander gwala hydro.
You don't listen to Morning Coffee live from SLBC Radio FM 99.9. Now broadcasting house na Freetown. We SLBC regional station them and we partner radio station they all about the country. Radio station they like a universal radio FM 98.9 na Freetown. Voice of Women na Matrujon. Jaluau Community Radio na Shegboema. Voice of Bambara na Pendembu. Radio Jala na Jala University. Radio Bankasoka na Potloko. Radio Bontiko na Bonchabu Island. Radio Kori FM 103.3 na Tayama 107.1 FM, Voice of Youth na Songo, and Radio Sawa 101.3 FM na Sowa Chiefdom na Konoli Street, Zimi Radio na Mapele Pujong, Radio Wanjama na Pujong, Voice of Kisitongi Radio FM 97.7 na Boedutong, Kailaon District, Solena Agriculture Radio FM 92.7, Boedu na Kailaon, Mogbema Agriculture Radio FM 106.9 na Blama, Small Boat Chiefdom, and Kisibendu Radio na Koindu Kailaon Sef, Daily Morning Coffee.
Welcome back to the program Morning Coffee. They get you live on SLBC 99.9 Freetown, two regional and partner radio stations. So they also get we at SLBC. SL we still get Honorable AKK in the studio as well as Mr. Moses Mambu when at the PRO for the SLPP. So number one, to view on some of the issues them way Honorable AKK mentioned that there's no defense to, for example, what in the chairman say. He say he can understand your role is to also defend your political party, but he take and say out of that kind of a gathering there could be excitement and all that, and they make that statement there.
You see, when we did in a podium like this, where can I don't tell them say there's different sides. Or if you don't see the other side of Mambu, you will surprise. The reason being, we need to take Sierra Leoneans very serious when we talk to them. Based on the topic presented to us this morning by SLBC, we party take the people of Sierra Leone very serious when it comes to the issue of peace, because we know how Sierra Leoneans they don't suffer. Yeah. We know how lives and properties were wasted as a result of war in this country, and we know how SLPP suffer the consequences. For make sure say we finish the war and hand over a clean country to the APC when they ready for kickoff with over 95 projects funding already available. At the end of the day, they hand them back over to me on life support and ICU. So who within our studios like this as politicians? Not to thank for all shout holla. No politician or they when appear person when they shout to holla reach Mambu. But when it's time for take Mr. Alunian seriously, we have to be serious about it. And we get to be sincere when we talk to Sierra Leone. AKK mentioned a few issues, so I want to clarify before I answer your questions. Few of the things that we is. I don't want to let this debate go back to history. You don't do this or you don't do that. Make we focus on the future. What can we do now as political parties for protect the peace of this country? What it don't happen. We don't need that this country where politicians and APC Tinap Namboa Romende and say anybody vote for SLPP will they by any sleep in this village. We don't need that this country 2012, but we president now, a gang led by the Bayai Nabo, the bossy head within a stage. We don't see him. We don't see 2007, who we lost election in 2007. Police and military officers rain hell on we party office, rape 19 women, shoot 32 young men na their foot, drag them to a police station. We don't see how now this country. We don't see where people like that put a card carrier, Koita, a card carrier of APC, including the former president was accused for organized coup against the SLPP government. That is the height of violence. Military officers were shot. General, they shoot an embele. Now God save in life. Now hospital. We don't see now this country, August 10, APC, whose moral value when they get for talk about positively about the army and the police in this country. We see what happened August 10. 9 police officers and military men bodies were lying down with APC supporters from the estate tick. Then they whack police officer. Then they whack military man, harmless police officer. Then they whack them with tick. Then they kill them, 9 dead. Just because the godfather, when Adebayo called for protest, when a patronage of the APC. What does APC want to tell the people of this country about peace? Nothing. So, for make we carry the debate go forward, make we people clearly understand, waiting into political party, we don't hold this country, whose responsibility we go take for protecting the peace of this country. For we from the side of the SLPP, for you listen the APC, it's as if they already defined the flame say the 2028 election get for the break. But this is a question where one law pose to APC, not only Honorable AKK.
For call for the full implementation of tripartite, get anything for do for fan the flames of fire?
No, not the
for full implementation, because he mentioned that the APC concerned about the full implementation for which both political parties are
implementation of the tripartite, not in the hands alone of the SLPP or the APC. They are more
the aspect of cherry picking.
They are more guarantors. You remember the United States ambassador was here. They gave money for the work of the tripartite. In the tripartite, why are not the comment button? More guarantors every day. Not so when they say FE, they just start with Manchester and Arsenal they play. Every day. If the FEC say this person they play foul 2 months, then they call out to order. Not so if he pass man, then they give him a card. Come on, do. So the tripartite implementation, every day we be day when are the more guarantors. In fact, in all the delegations, the United Nations resident coordinator been day part of her, and she is still part of it within the implementer. Government is making effort, the APC is making effort, the more guarantors are giving the resources, and they also they monitor the process. Few days here after them commenting, few embassies and they don't call we, they don't call APC. So then discussions then they go on. But what we know for do now this morning, now for cast blames, because as how APC get barrage of issues for accuse the SLPP, saying that they can cause violence on them, we say get millions. So if we say that it's for that, we talk on things that they don't do. Even in my head, if I cannot hold book, I can name 25 instances.
What's the danger? What's the danger? If you listen to Honorable AKK, he mentioned the aspect of people in police and military uniform, where they don't do 1, 2, 3. You said just a reference the aspect of where you say when they go on a party of it. What's the danger there of political parties pinpointing security? It appears like for say now like a regime police or regime military, wherein a political party could use a military where this then CSOs here they say we for safeguard the neutrality of the two sets of people there.
Make example why. You know why? Because the APC used them to their advantage effectively. You know say thief man, nice are being company. Not so where they don't know you for thief. So anytime when you see you company, when are the same thief man, you sabia. They say birds of the same feather flocks together.
So APC and the military and police are the same birds of the same feather flocks together?
No, not to that side.
Oh, okay, I feel so.
Most of the things that where APC they accuse we of today, when they suspect, say now we they pardon, we will not they pardon. Now things that we they do effectively. You understand? Including killing S.O. Williams. So now remember that general, we get some issues with the former president. We know what's happening with her now this country. Number 2. The APC effectively use security sector for go after people. Look, for example, the former Minister of Internal Affairs, Paolo Conte, where you hold the journalists in a stadium, Phoebian's way. He made them beat in a stadium, broad daylight. We say a show in a stadium. So the incidences of the APC and the biggest thing where they need for work on, where they not be able to do for 11 years, where SLPP not do. Now for distinguish between governance and political parties. Why? Because we see in this country where an Escoma begin a power. Every Thursday, an Escoma they work from the party office because he was the chairman and leader and the president of the Republic of Salon. Which means Salon they run on Thursday from the APC party office. Now they can't sit down almost the whole day. Now they the president they spend in time. So you not be able to distinguish between state function and that of party function. But we, now the SLPP, we don't clearly walk a thin line between governing the country and running a political party. Even though we're the president of the Republic of Salon, now the leader of SLPP. But you can count on a finger how much time president you don't go to SLPP party office. You can use your finger. You know why? Because it focus for govern the country. This is a president we believe in separation of power. We believe say the army and we are the SLPP. This army also now we put them together because after the war army not be there again. They all take sides. Now we so far together with the international community
for bringing the army to the level where it is so today. The police, you remember under SLPP, we had a foreign IG in this country. Mama, you be there alive. You know, you remember not so. You remember the names of Bidu, remember that alive. They were here. All the one they didn't have the arrangement with the SLPP because Sierra Leone was a failed state. Sierra Leone was a failed state after the war. SLPP began to make sure say we put all the architecture for let them even call we again a democracy. What happened at the end of the day? We hand this whole country peacefully when they declare election result for President Kurma. So Robi took phone. This is the day on record. Solomon Ekuma Bewa late take the phone and call him and congratulate him. The Samuel Kama have never congratulated President Bio in 2012. So these are two questions who I want to put to the APC. What does fairness in elections mean to them? Does it mean election is only fair when they win? Does winning an election the only requisite when they will take for sure say an election was free and fair? Because we see in the 2023, the APC they talk about RIF forms. I tell you say every disaggregated data, every political party, every effective political party will put in machinery for police and monitor an election get disaggregated data. Okay, what is disaggregated data? Now the copy of the RIF forms when they give you now the police station. That is disaggregated data. Okay, it's up to the political party for able for put them together. Okay, so for we and the SLPP, we don't want to go back into history. We take responsibility of things and what we say. Now make we come out and clarify.
We want to take responsibility of the chairman's statement.
That's why we came out and clarified.
But it appears as if you are defending.
No, we are not. We are clarifying.
And you are changing the narrative.
No, we are not. Okay. What will we do? We clarify. We are not able to even take Honorable AKK on the statement when he make this morning. But what we did, now for come back and clarify, say, what you want to mean, say the chairman talk, not on in mean.
Instead said the same thing.
No,
instead what he be mean. When I take out of context, including the CSOs.
No, he used the word war clearly.
Ask him the question. He said no, he just say resist.
So for we, I will tell you this morning, the SLPP government, we hold this one. The peace, the security of lives and properties in this country. Even if it takes with last blood, we will protect them.
Thank you so much. We come back to yes, Honorable AKK.
You know,
before we move on to another issue this
Mambu need for be careful because an implied for one defend the SLPP, it also technically they insult the intelligence of Sierra Leoneans and they put President Bio now one small corner where people can go begin ask critical questions. Because if you say after the war when we go into democracy there was no military, this was a system when a President Bio be lead in the military. So you are saying, in other words, President Bio left the military scatter one before he hand over to President Kaba. That is the poorest of anything any PRO can say to in president we deserve. That's not one. Secondly, it also makes us an ultra say the August 9 and 10. We don't make something clear as a party. We are not afraid to call the people of Sierra Leone out when it is necessary. And when we do, we take full responsibility. August 9 and 10 has nothing to do with the APC. And we pull press release effectively just after the event. We are not cowards in the APC. We can take responsibility when things have been done and when we want them to be done. He also talked about President Bio not visiting the party office. But the panel get time for the dinner salon every 2 weeks. They fly. Who stay organize the office?
Let
me come.
They work from the
there has never been a time where President Kumada work from APC.
It's every Thursday.
Friday go Makeni. That was in routine.
Okay, no, they can't do it. Not no, I just clarify with him. Yes, sir, please. I want to make it get in time. Yeah. My own goal is to ask the question.
There has never been a president we discipline in President Kurma. And in only discipline to the point of his own party. At the time a time for court situation we happen with the security sector and the SLPP just after elections. When that issue did happen, for let you know, say President Kurma was a statesman, a worker himself from State House go to SLP office. Our party office has been vandalized. People have been killed 3 times in our party office. In fact, the worst of it, the president they use them for mock and tell we say we are terrorists. So when you talk about a disciplined leader, a leader we understand the plight of Sierra Leoneans. The can say na dance for compare President Kroma. You also they talk about issues we get for do with the police. You know, it is something we need to understand. See, every country we go through a war, and part of in peace situations, they bring what we all know say, or they build institutions. We're still sending peacekeepers for go to Somalia, for go build the Somalia police, for go build the Somalia military. This is part of the objective. Sierra Leoneans have never been happy when President Kabak disbanded the army. That is the highest point of insecurity where we contribute every day. And turn we come adjust to the official security. That is undone. But let me say this before I conclude. We situations are very clear. Our communication lines are very clear as a party. One, the tripartite dealt with all the issues. If I go say from independent to begin conduct elections, all the issues we get to do with elections are dealt with in the tripartite. It was deliberate, calculated, and wickedness on the part of SLPP and President Bio. Forget somebody like Golo Kata, where we don't work for President Bio, now youth commissioner, way in the appointee, for go and aid that very sensitive institution where the beast of this country hang on. That's one. Secondly, when you look at the institutions that we didn't count for kind of parts of the tripartite, they are all institutions where the president they appoint people and for go ahead. So if you only get the mayor of Freetown, the mayor of Makeni, and the leader of the opposition, now the three nobody represent in the team of over 21 people, but come on now. I think this is where I am calling on the CSOs. This is where I speak not as a politician, but as somebody who understand the effect of peace in the nation. Say no, we all will come back together and say no. The formation of the structures of this the tripartite implementing committee is faulty. Or if that means I'm shouting, I'll shout louder. Because you cannot build the institutions. And these institutions, now they look into the implementation. Say what you may. What Mambu they complain for as SLPP, what the APC they complain for is in the tripartite. So all we are asking for is let us have a one functional institution that does not cherry pick the recommendation. Again, you're talking about every political party for able getting disaggregated data. That is what I said in my first statement. That situations where they prompt you as a political party for let we party agents them be beaten, killed, chased in the southeast, not for happening in 2028. If that is shouting, I think I need to shout more. We position as a party is doing whatever is necessary, timely, for get a free, fair, transparent 2028 elections. You know, I feel the heat in the kitchen. When you see a political party that is successful, 3 years to elections, if you get a political agenda, you get a governance agenda, the entire president will concentrate on the governance of the state. When I listen to whether the president, the first lady, the PR team of the SLPP, at a time like this, in 2015 when we get Ebola, nobody in a disciplined regime of President Komano they talk politics. We concentrate on the national call. It is disgraceful that as a sitting government, at a time like this when we young people they die, as a result of the negligence of the president.
No, but the president don't do the needful, no? He don't hold meeting with the task force. He don't talk about how in fact they can't put couple. He don't address the issue. He don't address the issue of getting a specialized, security and all that. They move and they still not make sense.
And also through parliament we see
you know why it don't make
the public health emergency.
Okay, you know why it don't make sense. Kush not yesterday start. See the president, they try to twist the narrative, say it starts in 2014. How I wish that was true. But as a leader of opposition at the time and the SLP as opposition party did not speak to that, it shows they were not effective enough. I know Mambu was not part of that team, but it shows the effectiveness of the SLP was very weak. To Kush, in 2022, before we go into election, we all been as alone. We see pictures of police officers when I be traffic police officers, they team up like traffic, they control traffic, they go till they nearly fall on the ground. Officers were sacked. Military officers were sacked for Kush. By 2023 in March, even when we did in elections, I have videos and interviews of where they call the authorities of the state for take action on Kush. We go to the position as opposition. We push government for take for do health emergency on drugs. That's what's shocking. What is so frustrating. Sierra Leone and young people not grab one day and enter into Kush. Let's use this opportunity for describe the level we reached before they into Kush. In 2018, if you live in the eastern part of Freetown, Usaini Bite, like Grassfield, the young people begin they sniff Evo stick. They put on a pan, then put fire under, then inhale them. And be so deadly that it kill them fast. So they stopped. We moved to the situation also I'll talk about pampas water. We all then as alone they boil them, drink the water. At that point, President knew of it. Nothing was done. You move to the states where young people begin doing subjects, the packet. I was in Parliament and I called on the Minister of Agriculture for do Minister of Health for do everything within the powers for stop drug peddling at the street of Freetown. As we talk to today, go lonely. Then go tell you about one great medicine, it cure bozy, it cure belly water, it cure this, it cure that. All of those drugs, where they for do with cold, cough, where they deal with infections, where they decide at it, where you take them excessively, medical officials and go tell you say, now also drugs. I have called the attention of the president and the government for address some of the issues. And I am not telling you of what somebody else have done. I am telling you what I have done where I get records for. When I moved for the health state of emergency on Kush, even people who belong to the political party, I know we'll call their names and for their own respect, had it up with me. Oh, at this point, you see what's happening at Pademba, what is what's happening. I say, if we must die as politicians, if not the fear of saying, oh, President Biogo misuse them against we, let us fear and save the life of our young people. Believe you me, by 2023, November, we will move that movie. The steps that President Biogo take now, if now we don't take, Kush will have been a thing of the past. But let me tell you why they take it now. Now, because we female MP them in the presidential debate, use them throughout, and the speaker will make all chances where interest the public. And the public, I want to commend the media in this. The media begin make a point of duty. Every day they become, Lamgana, they ring bell and AYB, they talk about that. That is when the president was reluctantly moved into taking action. But for let you know, say there were no institutions. The president just come to America recently. What is it? He said money no for rehab centers. He said it in his speech where they arrest aliens in America. Waiting change when he come back. Now pressure. And this is where we call on civil society. This is where we call on the media. For say, oh, what in the opposition they do? What will they do? Will they bring the issue to the limelight? It is also the responsibility of civil society and the media for take up for Musa with the push. And because when we speak it, sometimes Mambu they see that the color that they see. They know they see the wisdom in what we say. But believe you me, if the SLPP will have taken it up from the point of push at the parliament till we succeed for get a health state of emergency, you understand, on drugs, I am sure that will have been the point. If I tell you one thing, like the young people, the chiefs, the imams, they form a task force to go and scatter the ghetto them. That was the willingness of the ordinary people. But there was no political will. There was no political will. So for me, it is that carelessness on the part of the presidency and the government that has led to the death of many young people. They owe us that apology.
Will they come back to you and Honorable Mr. Mambu this morning?
Now we go to other story outside the Sierra Leone National Museum. Then go all war exhibition where in tomorrow the 7th November. Now around 4 And the theme for the exhibition now for me them go rediscovering cultural cooperation inside Salon and Germany. Inside Germany and also inside the 1960s and beyond, and serve them with the opportunity as they mark the 200th anniversary of the province of freedom. So all them program so then they where they were for all, and this Friday where they come good. And for talk more on that, we did with one of the tour guides them now the museum where in name na Brahma Conte. Good morning, Mr. Conte.
Yeah, good morning to you. Me na Brahma Conte from the Sierra Leone National Museum. Actually, the theme of this exhibition where the Sierra Leone National Museum go undertake now the rediscovery of cultural cooperation between Sierra Leone and the Federal Republic of Germany during 1960s and beyond. And the summary of this exhibition where the museum go undertake now to mark the 200th anniversary of the province of freedom, where Sierra Leone be declared as a province of freedom when the first batch of slaves arrived from England when at the Black Pause in 1787. So based upon that, to commemorate that particular event in 1987, the Federal Republic of Germany, together with the Sierra Leone government, be partnership in order for extend the old Gallery 1, where presently they under the country for the expansion of that old building, so that we go get a modern building. So that building they be open in May 1987, where presently nowadays the Sierra Leone National Museum they host all the exhibition way na a temporal exhibition. So over the years, over 2 decades, the relationship between the Federal Republic of Germany together with Sierra Leone be done the forgotten. So now that make them decide for host this exhibition. We go sense out the actors and actresses them will be partake during that particular process day for let we go get the new Gallery 2, where presently with the exhibit we artifact them or we history, tradition and the various heroes of Sierra Leone. So now that make we try for revitalize them back so that we go know the various actors and actresses and build up the bilateral relation we be done the lucky over the year between Sierra Leone and the Federal Republic of Germany.
Also always Germany they play in this.
Well, actually, then they provide funding for the exhibition, and also they also want for let Sierra Leone become limelight based upon other African museums for develop the museums them as compared to other African museums to standard, so that we go able for host large artifacts, we go able for do we collection, we go able for get a modern museum because then we don't start them, so then plan still for continue with that process so that we go get a standard museum. So they want for come on board back so that with the past go become the present also. So now that will they at least they want take for strategize the development of the museum.
So how you get for Tanlek this Friday? How the event go Tanlek?
Well, this Friday we invite various guests from different institutions for let them go come. You know, we get an exhibition where ranges from all the individual them and institution where them be lay the foundation. We get a whole exhibition. We also get added exhibition of the Sierra Leone National Museum where people are able to go through, they read and know about waiting be done past, you know, during the past era.
So waiting this current generation can learn from what they go exhibit. So waiting at the essence of me then go and go watch.
Well, actually, the museum deals with they outsource the culture, the tradition, and history of Sierra Leone.
Yeah.
The museum are the hub of all historical aspects of Sierra Leone. So normally the museum can organize even an holiday school program. The museum they invite the populace for let them pay a visit to the museum, for let them go able for learn about the past, you know, for let them go able for know the heroes, then the cooperation with Sierra Leone be done they get over the years. So a lot of things is at the museum to learn. You get for see the showcase of other heroes them like Madame Yoko. You get the likes of Shenge Piel, you get Baibure. So you go learn a lot and even go through the recent exhibition based upon the bilateral cooperation between Sierra Leone and Germany. You get a whole write-up where the citizen or go able learn from that exhibition.
So what's on the showcase on Friday? What's exactly on the showcase? We will
Well,
be like of public interest to people.
Well, we go showcase the various individuals them.
The individuals and they're still there alive?
Well, majority of them then go don't pass away actually.
Okay.
Few go there because they don't invite from even the Federal Republic, the ambassador from Germany, you know, get for come, done other personalities from Germany, we get for witness the exhibition, we get for get other stakeholders from the Ministry of Tourism, of course the Monument and Relics Commission, they all go there for unveil the exhibition.
Okay, continue for the with me. The program in name na Brahma Conte when I tour guide. They tell we the 20th anniversary of the Province of Freedom within the National Museum get for do, you know, an exhibition where they continue, they take some of the messages that we don't cast so far, now the telephone line as well as Facebook. I start with this first one where they come up from John So they say thank you so much, Sir AKK, for your analysis this morning.
This one will come up from Joe, from Moriba Joe. It also say Honorable AKK and CSO Mambu, now the peace of this country now we want.
This one say from Kalia B Bangura, he say this and the type of PR posting any political party won't forget. He say the Honorable AKK continue the good work.
This one they will come up from Lamin Kaloko from Ash 001 Kabalato for say the only way for men go succeed on the fight against drug abuse and for make everybody come together and so they will stop the one then way they count in this country.
Honorable AKK, the people servant to say you know the issues where they affect the ordinary person. God bless you.
This text at the top for say please Honorable AKK and CSO Mambu, I beg we want peace in this country. When I tell we how we go ensure say the peace continue in this country.
This one say Mr. Mambu from Ibrahim Conte is that statement we make about the army say if you like say APC, the army and the police now like we now the same people they say I think say that now unfortunate statement, sir.
This one they say please SLBC when I ask Honorable AKK for make go show we host them APC member them. They don't kill them na bow because we in one day hear this and make it mindful with they say.
This one to Mr. Mambu, when the late president Kabab banned the Salon arm, you can tell with that, sir.
This one they say it's more who they text for say the hilltop tax for the APC and for Melengo organize for Melengo get formulable lower primary and for Melengo get them lower level election.
This one say Peter Bangura, he say AKK, he say you mature this morning and you really the lecture, Mr. Mambu.
He say if we talk for say all time we go to talk about the thing then we don't pass all man they talk about you know wrongs the way they don't do to salon people them. He say well this is no go with we fine. You say because we could talk about thing them before put salon before to thing that we don't pass they come up from Shaika.
This one they come from CJ Indovoy, Nabo City. It say me think say the CSOs then a group of individuals they way for me for the setting at the right time. If then they wait Mr. Mambu the claim say Honorable AKK being said for don't pull press release enough for the wait when SLPP talk them pull the press release. This all they should say as CSOs and for be timely with them. Issues then.
The text of us and say bad workman always na go they grumble and with in work tools them. There will they talk to Honorable AKK make APC then patient first the election not coming. It's better wait first.
This one could they come up from Tijan M Kai na Facebook. He say this not over the time for politicians and for they say words them we go bring fear in the minds of the ordinary person. Dear, we don't want any problem na sorry they come up from Ujuboy Bo City.
This text has to wake commodity from Potlokoto for say Honorable AKK and CSO Mambu there we want for this contract will be stable. He said the election not carry it. He said we the one who get for vote not get for decide but I get for continue for maybe president in a salon.
So one they come from Abdulrahman Kaman on Facebook. He said Honorable AKK also an expert in peace and well balanced, productive and efficient personality. He say plenty thank you for the effort and where you don't educate with this morning.
This one they talk for say SLBC when we don't read this text message we comes for me they ask Honorable AKK for make it will give the area the way them kill Nabo, the text we don't come back to those.
All right, this other one in terms of fighting drugs at the country, say do you make we find all kind means for fight drugs, more involve politics and this thing. They say even that statement of we president say 2014 or 2016 9 kush come then and they all will not need that what we want now how for pull the kush drugs out of Salone.
This will come from Joe, it was enable AKK and CSO Mambu. Please, we the ordinary citizens them. Now peace now wants na Mama Salone. And then talking the one for the year.
All right, to the left and they will come back shortly and take more of the message. But yeah, Mr. Mambu, quickly.
Yes, you see, now make us say just now, make we move on. Because for we now the SLPP and Sierra Leoneans will agree say people are within our grave today. But some 6,000 to 7,000 wouldn't bury in our salon. The whole APC accountable by ensuring say they don't come back in power. When I'm with AKK, they talk about carelessness, say governments are being careless. What? No, go back one step. In 2014,
I mean, you say more not go
no,
back.
I can't.
You say not the way forward. No, you just want reference about.
Yeah, just a reference.
Okay.
Careless.
Okay.
Make you see where the government, the APC government, not the only careless. They were ruthless and reckless, and how they treat the lives of Sierra Leoneans. Make us tell you the reason.
When they come back to honorable.
In 2014, Sylvia Blyden, the awareness times, indeed, the evidence they are getting. Sylvia Blyden awareness times in 2014 ring the alarm bell when the Ebola scourge begin for Waka in West Africa. When it gets to Liberia, Sylvia Blyden begin for ring the bell saying, make government take action and put things in place. There's a disease where they move around, we don't leave Congo, it come, it don't enter in West Africa. Salone for take step them, for able for address them, scourge them, the quick one. I remember Sylvia Blyden in the awareness time go work on a Kailan, where the first woman we cross. The first woman we cross from Liberia, and the north, where the disease come to Kailan. If they not Kailan, Sylvia Blyden they raise the alarm. Say, hey, government, step up. You need to take action then now. For make sure say we keep the Ebola scourge. Na Kailan, who side the northern coast from Liberia for car inside. What did the APC do at that time? Nothing. Hundreds begin for die in 2 days. Thousands begin for
Insef claim the same thing that Insef ring the alarm bell with this current government.
No, you know
he did nothing. And then they claim say.
Okay, at the time for all the nexus, would are really careless and ruthless when it comes to handling diseases in this country, when they lead to the loss of lives of Sierra Leoneans. Within days, hundreds may don't die in the southeast. Now the time APC they take them up. By the time they take them up, the situation overwhelmed them. Today, the souls of thousands will die because of the carelessness of former President Kuruma, because of the carelessness of the APC government. Then thousands, then they will lay down a Waterloo. Then thousands, then they will bury in a Makeni and Kailan and Kenema. Now they chase them so. Now make today them party not get peace. Because the souls of them one day, they continue for chase the APC. So what they had all the tools. The point where they make it, they had all the tools.
So what about those?
Now come to the SLPP.
No, what about those who currently affected by the kush? Will you relate that also to your
no,
political party?
We're not relate them at all.
No, why do you relate them to them?
Because they were careless for handling it from the start. We're not careless. Let me tell you how we're not careless. When the coronavirus began.
No more talk about kush now.
No, I tell you, if you listen, it say the SLPP government handle the kush carelessly.
And that kush will make it up.
No, at the each day. I want for all the people the mind of because as politicians who sit there mommy, where they opposition so all the fine talk where they talk because they want power. Where you get the power, they tone the different.
Like how are you tone on different?
No, we
so
tone not different.
Okay.
Now I make one remind the memory of Sierra Leone and let them understand say, between the SLPP government and the APC government, who that best don't handle pandemic problems in this country is the SLPP. When the coronavirus began. As the coronavirus begin, the day when they declare na the world, WHO talk about na the world, the SLPP government hold on they right there from the airport. The first case will enter na salon with the coronavirus will capture.
So this kush thing, government really handle and well.
When it comes to
at the start,
the SLPP government
at the start
don't handle from 2018. First of all, we inherited in 2018 the issue of tramadol. We inherited from the APC.
Kushol, we
inherit drugs. Not the name, the thing, but the name them, the names that they keep changing.
But kush we don't do APC.
Kush we don't do. Kush be done, tramadol be done, Pampas water, they talk about 2018. Now 2016 Pampas water come. Tramadol now 2014.
Why would not the reference dates in a serious situation where Sierra Leone where it doesn't have, party colors in fighting? Why? No, instead of use the they ask that question. Okay, why not the reference dates in a fete like this, sir?
If there is a being,
why not the reference dates?
Why can I earlier tell you say, no cast blame on anybody or the talk about salon. Make we move on. Because both APC and SLPP share responsibility of what is salon.
Whose political party go want make drugs can in country, sir?
No.
Whose serious government go want for make drugs?
No government no go want for make APC drugs come in country. But the question remain, what did they do for handle? When we come in 2018, we already inherited problems of drugs in this country. What did we do? The government put together policies and plans for make sure say the SLPP government will address the area of drugs quickly. But drugs, the issue of drugs, nothing will evolve and it move quickly, and it change quickly, they change color quickly. So we are dealing with so many other issues. When it comes to the issue of push, he said the president and the SLPP government have been careless. No, we have not. The SLPP government, from the inception of push, we have been raising the alarm. But Salon, which is the truth, Salon gets so many porous crossing points. And when they say the issue of drugs is embedded in with day-to-day lives and communities. So it is not something where you wake in the morning, you don't call them. Because you know why? When you go, for example, na Kube, you see body, man they open window, they send another man catcher. So for able for cut the chain, where you don't enter, it's very difficult. But we have taken stringent measures for make sure say we
they say late.
No,
it's a bit late.
No, it's not late. It's not late. Because the issue of push, not to today issue, not to yesterday it begin, not to during President Bio in tenure, the issue of drugs begin. Yes, as a government and as a party, we take responsibility. You know why? Because now we in power. When you in power, you take the greatest share.
Governance is continuity. Governance is continuity.
So now we not take exception. That is why we say, no mix politics. When we talk to the lives of Sierra Leoneans. But if you say we are...
If these drugs first should not be politicized.
Of course.
It's dangerous.
When we come in 2014, President you come for help and Escroma for fight Ebola. Did he make it politics? No. They don't make it politics. Who's SLPC political leader? We don't book an appointment for see President you for say we get an expertise we want for help. For not solve the Ebola problem. No. Now media they make noise. When President Bio, when the Ebola be the hit we had in 2014-15, President Bio came to this country. It not come on the invitation of President Kuruma. No.
So from when this school should begin, APC no even
no leader. All the one they also for be flag bearer and the APC. They have not engaged with the government. What did they do? What did they paper the campaign? They talk about as small, they blast government. What constructive mechanisms as a political party in opposition have you put in place to engage the government to say, look at these solutions. We can join you. You joined us in 2014 to fight the Ebola. We have this expertise. How can we?
Okay, I can't tell you something. I might just get on with AKK on this. I asked the question about this issue of recalling dates. About it starts 20 and una as a political party. How una avoid politicizing this whole issue?
What we will not do in the whole fight against Kush, it's sad. Whilst Mambu can't lead from politics, and therefore they find them very difficult. But I doubt if we be there at CSO. If you ever, in institution, ever do a press release on drug before you become a PRO. Because that's where...
When the Kemosi say play...
No answer. Because now you're on time for no, sir. Please, please.
This is where discipline starts. This is discipline. This is clear in discipline, you know.
Please. One speak to the people of Salome. They understand. We are not fighting in the studio. Please.
Thank you very much.
Quick.
Thank you very much.
Round up now.
When you talk about President Bio, the most ironical thing about President Bio helping the APC in fighting Ebola, after then dish out money to them. If you look at all in footages, them we say they fight Ebola. Ebola naturally, they gather people together. Where President Bio be they go na campaign be the campaign. He was holding town hall meetings, campaign, talking to the SLPP people. That was not a fight. Not even use that as a good example of helping the APC in fighting Ebola. Let me come. Then you talk about, we selection of words as PR persons. they go a long way because we are the face of the political parties we represent. When I say government is being careless in the fight against Kush, I mean I'm with everything I say. And I'm not being rude to that. I am saying it because it's a time for we as members of parliament. Anytime when you talk about something, you defend a solution to them. We need to forget a national policies on emergencies. I think that is what is missing. And that is why I'm saying this government is being careless. If we say the APC was slow in addressing Ebola, it means say we don't come to the same plot, say we need an emergency response mechanism as a country. There are no warrants for things say I was being political, but that's the level of thoughts he has. When I speak, he sees it from a color perspective and not from a perspective of being a nationalistic person. But let me conclude on this, yeah? In 2022, we had of Kush. The Drug Law Enforcement Agency were responsible for coordinate energies for fed drugs na salon. From 2022, we'll begin fed drugs. At this point we don't show today, they don't even get spokes, bicycle tire they not get. Let alone Okada, not vehicle. The total allocation for year on all loans na 1 billion. Meaning if they decide for all meetings themselves across the country, and not even give them fuel because they get for rent motor car, they get for get fuel. I start raising these things from 2022 December. Take to date as we speak. We never needed a task force. All you need is you have a drug law enforcement agency and the Anescoma drug law enforcement law where we pass. In fact, two things. It confiscates you property when they say you're into drugs. Secondly, it also gives a lifetime sentence. So the laws are there. It's just enforcement. It was just the political will. Well, how do you expect the president to enforce this when we still have a drug baron in this country? How? In fact, it's almost becoming a risk for let people they talk of drugs in this country under this the current climate. It's a risk because drug barons, when they live in country, then country then they security sensitive for protect them. So we are saying this is where we continue to speak, and when we speak, we don't speak colors, we speak nation. Yes, I don't narrate all this. The easy one I don't get this na gumball. I think Mambu don't listen to me better. Say, as we talk so now, go St. John, go Lumley, go Upgon, go na Mambila Waf, go na the market area. People they work out speaker. They sell all kind of drugs. Okay. With no scientific proof of what's in the cure, it cure 7, 8, 9 disease. So my point is clear. I wish the president would have given this kind of energy where they give so now in 2022 where we start this fight. Many young people will have not died. Okay. The difference between this and Ebola, this one, the chemical they take for make Kush is specific. Again, when we start the fight, I was the chairman of Human Rights Committee. We bring all the players in together. We bring Wataki. Even now Wataki make we know say the items already they take for make Kush were not illegal. So one of the recommendations we I remember say we lead at the time Abdul Kabo still tell us was let we know then drugs here. Then tell they take for make that formally where they use now mortuary. Yeah. Can government give license to people when are they no more for counter in the country? It was ignored. We talk about what about we having a specific department in the police where they go anytime they offload container for security reasons for forget play they did it. It was ignored. Now then they say police they tell we say them born container. Okay. Let's imagine the container how them born. Uda send them, Uda for receive them. Whatever. All these investigations are still done. Thank you so much. So a government was serious about fighting Kush.
Thank you so much, Honorable.
So let's just make
and I can quickly tell you more just take sports with
Thank you very much for the latest in sports. We don't see the partnership deal we don't happen between the Europe Premier League. They don't get an increment in the sponsorship deal as they don't get over $1,000 we give to the Premier League board for make their own the Premier League and Bababi Cameroon and the president for Mustafa. Don't say the day where they give the trophy and that day they will give the money because find out we don't get issues then like we the game they done for give the money and we don't turn issues. So he's saying in association committed for see our best the league go play quick one inside yesterday Premier League result we inside Bayern continue their win as they beat PSG 2-1 and also Tottenham gets a 4-0 win and Liverpool gets a fine win as they beat
Real Madrid 1-0. And finally, Arsenal gets a 3 win against that of Slavia. We see inside they continue with the win as they don't get 2-out win inside the Champions League. That's my first meant for the Gunners.